Yeah,
And then
Maman.
Wash over back from Odin from Death Dealers again.
You think Maman is a really strong god, or just high, very high?
Brand new gods, lot to learn about from the picks. We see a lot of players struggle with newer picks coming out into them because they just aren't sure how to deal with them just as of yet. I know I'm sure once we see a little bit more exposure to the character throughout the rank scene, throughout the casual scene, and especially during SPL play, that pick might fall off the ban rate. We'll see. And Raijin following it on up.
Aplash, Raijin, Chernobog, Maman, all pretty much standard bans. The solo lane meta basically becomes a second mid lane meta, so makes a lot of sense here. What do you think they're trying to really go for? You think they're going to go for another mage solo, or actually start picking like warriors?
Judging by these bans, I'm sure we're going to be seeing a clear war over in the solo lane. Seeing her in. Okay, well, we got Thor and Athena to finish out our first round's bans, and Arachne lock in for the first pick. Definitely could not have predicted that one.
Oh, I definitely could have predicted that one. That is a Papoose special. Papoose loves his Arachne. He's played it ever since he's been in comp. He's always put 110% into this god, and I'm pretty sure it'll definitely show.
Who's over in the jungle? Okay, now we got a Ganesh to follow it up from Odin's Headhunters. And Ganesh is going to be definitely a very good pick into the Arachne. Arachne's a character who wants to get in there and get in everybody's face. The Ganesh is a very good appeal type of character. He's going to silence her out of her abilities, hold her down. But if that Arachne gets her kit off before she's able to land in, her auto attacks are still going to be dealing it.
Yeah, auto attack's still going to be doing a lot of damage. I feel like the Arachne might just have enough to just get in and get out, even with this Ganesh. Even though Ganesh has great silences, a huge box, a root, small, tiny little knockup, I feel like the Arachne might be able to squeeze out a little bit easier, even though the time to kill may take just a little bit longer.
Waiting on this second pick coming out from Odin's Death Dealers.
Mage solos, mage solos.
See more mage solos.
Poseidon's still open.
That is very true. Poseidon's got great clear, he's got great secure potential, but they're hovering the Kukulkan Khan right now. Another god with great clear and great secure potential.
If you want to be safe in the mid lane, you pick two gods. That's the second god.
That would be the other standard pick right there. Definitely a lot of healing in that ultimate and a lot of damage potential coming out from this character and very good self peel as well. This Arachne is going to have a lot of struggle getting in there and actually getting on top of these characters with the Morgan Le Fay and the Ganesha both.
Definitely took the words right out of my mouth. A whole lot of CC, just like Ganesh, and a whole lot of self peel gives Arachne a whole lot of trouble to figure out who to target. Maybe she'll go straight for the ADC unless the ADC also picks something safe, and then Arachne has nowhere to go.
Death Dealers is going to have to look for when you play a little bit too much Dead by Daylight. Death Dealers is looking for some sort of range poke, trying to get the Odin's on to use their utility, to use those kind of safety nets in order to get what looks like another dive character coming in.
I like this.
Getting them in. It's a very dive centric comp, and it could work out in their favor so long as they stagger it out in a Baron Samity.
Man, they're just like, we don't care how much safety or how much peel or how much CC you have. We will try our best to run at you and either kill you fast enough that we win or we will die trying. Baron, I'm pretty sure, well, could either go in solo or support, honestly, providing not enough CC, but enough CC for where they lack at in order for them to at least bring them back into the fight if they're trying to run away. Worst case scenario happens.
You get the movement speed, plus you get the heals out of the Baron abilities. It's going to allow the team to keep on moving in and keep on moving forward. And then Olaron, that is a very, yet another safe pick coming out over from, we got Odin's Headhunters. I'll get it right this time. Odin's Headhunters picking another safe pick. They're looking at this dive comp coming in from Death Dealers, and they are wanting to bring them in. We'll suck them into our kit. We're going to suck them into our comp, and then we're going to deal our damage. Turtle on up and get that Olaron ultimate over the Ganesha ultimate. What are you going to do then? You have no escape. You have no way to move around. Poseidon, again, as you said, great pick. Got removed. Followed up the Fenrir. Somebody who can remove the Ganesha, remove the Olaron, and really prevent them from doing the things that they want to do, so long as you apply that pressure on their kits.
Definitely, definitely. The top three for each team looking more so towards the headhunters here because they do have a whole lot of safety, very good ultimate, very good self peel, very good regular peel. For they are all going to be going hand in hand with each other and looks like a very solid team comp. I'm not sure how Pele and Arachne will get in at the moment with sanctified fields and the boxes, Morning Le Fay, all the self heals, and another band coming in with Freya and Fenrir.
Interested to see the Freya band coming out. It looks like we're looking for magical damage over on the Death Dealer side. Probably a follow up from the Ganesh and a Ratatasker to round out our bands.
Hmm. Yeah,
Rat-
Rat. That's definitely a solid band. Rat for their team comp specifically would go hard, just basically trapping them in boxes and making them dive in for free. And even Thor would have done the same thing. Maybe even Thanatos. I do not know where the Headhunters jungler would go this route. Well, Thanatos. Basically, what I said: going in, helping out, basically trapping everybody in boxes so he can do easy pickings for whoever is stuck inside.
that semi-global potential from the Thanatos Sultan, but you definitely have a lot of lockdown over on the Odin's Headhunter side. That's going to allow this Thanatos to really just secure his kills, secure his hits, secure his sights, and allow him to deal the most amount that he possibly can.
Yeah, it helps out with the early game. Morgan Le Fay and Oleron both do great mid to late, and Ganesh once again just bringing it all together. And on the other side, we have a Hell. Maybe it's a Hell solo or Hell mid or Hell support. Actually, I have no idea where this is gonna go because Baron is still on the table, and they can easily make a flex pick and switch them any way they want.
A lot of potential to move around these picks over on the Order side by Death Dealers. Right now, I'd be leaning towards the Hell solo with the Baron support. The Hell's going to offer a lot of cleanse potential. However, we aren't too sure if she's going to be able to pressure the map and, well, use that cleanse potential until later in the game, as solo laners don't generally rotate too early until your first beacon, your first Gold Fury fights, that kind of stuff. So I'm wondering what the response is going to be, where they're going to be placing these roles, but they do round it out with a soul pick as well. Likely over in the ADC, we're going to take a look, maybe with this Pele over in the mid lane, or vice versa between those two picks. A lot of flex potential over there. And it would seem that Odin's Headhunters is just committing to the dive to follow it up. The Tsukiyomi, they definitely have the lockdown, but do they have the poke damage to be able to follow this and apply that kind of pressure?
I'm pretty sure they do. Tsukiyomi up, nope, went over to a Chalk now. Chalk making probably a way bigger difference than the Tsukiyomi, honestly. Even though Tsukiyomi has maybe slightly superior poke, Chalk with the 1v1 potential, slowing people, healing people, silencing and knocking up people, and he can't be catched because you can just teleport around his axe all the time, brings a very tough way to get rid of the Chalk. And even if you can't get rid of the Chalk, how are you going to get rid of the rest of the team?
When I look over at the Odin's Headhunters team comp, I see a slow field with the Oleron ult. I see the Ganesha ult to lock people in. I see the slow from the Chalk Crane. I see the damage coming out from your Thanatos and the Morgan Le Fay over the top. The executes coming out from the Thanatos. A lot of team fight potential over here on the Odin's Headhunter side. Is the Death Dealers going to be able to get the engage off that they're looking for with this Pele Arachne comp?
I'm sure it'll be very difficult, but it's extremely doable because they do still have the tools to manage. They have Arachne and Pele almost always going in. They have Hell with cleanse if anything goes sour, and have Baron with extra heals and more CC to at least help them lock down a single target. If they get that first kill right on the board and it's a 4v5, they have the potential to run away with the rest of the game.
A lot of utility needs to get brought out from the Odin's Headhunter side before Death Healers can do anything. Can they do it? We're going to be finding out very soon. Moving on into game number 1. Death Dealers versus Odin's Headhunters here in Arcane Division. All right, and we are in here on game number 1. Odin's Headhunters versus the Death Dealers. And it looks like... Let's see where these picks are starting to funnel out to now. We do have the Arachne in the jungle. Pele over in the mid lane by the looks of it. Starting over at the speed buff over on the solo lane side. Baron solo coming out, which means we got a Hell and Soul dual lane over for the Order side. Death Dealers. Chaos side, it looks like we got that Chalk sitting over in the solo lane. Chalk versus Baron matchup's going to be very interesting. Not too sure if either can really lock down the other. Baron does get the cleanse when he lands his heal. And Chalk, well, he just can't really get sucked in by that ultimate from the Baron Samity. It's going to be a very back and forth game over there for sustain.
That is definitely for sure. Speaking of sustain, that passive from Baron, getting the Baron's Brew, get a little extra gold for a little bit of extra mix pots, very huge. You can definitely just back in and teleport back in with all his pots and saving a lot of money on that healing and sustain battle over in the solo lane. But one thing that I love to point out is all the different variety of recipes. You have Helg and Sturdy. We got Pele going for some party damage. We have Arachne going gooseberries.
We've been seeing a very strong standard of everybody picking Bow for that cooldown reduction, but it's nice to see this kind of variety moving through. Some standard starts coming out from the dual lanes. We'll see if anything cheeky comes out from the Arachne in our webs early game. Otherwise, it looks like teams are moving on into lane now.
Yeah, I don't really know how Ganesh Oleron fares against Soul Hell, considering that Hell is normally a mage. Having that extra damage on the passive may just help him get way more pressure in the early game compared to Ganesh Oleron. Maybe Ganesh Oleron needs like a little bit of startup, maybe like 3 or 4 to bring back the wave pressure, but I do not know.
Soul's probably one of your highest clearing lane opponents that you could probably go against in the dual lane. Her mixed with the Hell, who's another very high clear potential character. They're going to apply a lot of pressure to clear these waves. If they can focus down the waves, then they can focus down their poke. Which it looks like that is exactly what they are doing as they're moving in on the Ola run. The Hell is focusing out the Ola run, but the Ganesha committed his dash over on the Soul. He might die for it. And it looks like he's going to escape with his life. There's a shell used, and he does get away with his life. Very close over here for the Chaos.
That was very much a nail biter there. Nice use of relics, even though Ganesh definitely got caught and knew he needed to get out of there. Luckily, he picked the right relic for the right time.
Speaking of getting out of there, we got a mid lane rotation coming in right behind Thanatos and the Morgan Le Fay. Thanatos coming in with the silence, getting right on top of our Hell support. But we have a kill.
Wait,
looks like Oleron died to minions. That is first blood going to the Order side.
That was very confusing. I didn't even know Oleron died to me. I thought Hell died to Thanatos.
And it looks like the Arachne also had a successful gank over in the solo lane. Very good for Papoose. Thanatos still lurking, but he lurked a little bit too long as Pele and Dashiway showed on up. They get the cleanup kills.
Well, Hell off to definitely a great start. Getting the first blood on support isn't really that necessarily big, but getting 2 kills on the support definitely puts the team a little ego boost, and they can start their pathetic even earlier than they need to.
All right, looks like we got a quick pause coming out. Early start. Death Dealers, phenomenal job applying this pressure. We saw a very interesting rotation coming out from the Odin's Headhunters, but they weren't able to capitalize on that play. It seems like their dual lane was a little bit too poked out for them to actually be able to apply the pressure and commit to this rotation and get up on the Order side, especially with the Oleron falling to the minions early.
Yeah. Looking at all these items here, the fact that Pele has Bluestone and 2 mana pots, it confuses me. This Bluestone gives like a lot of HP5 and a lot of MP5. I'd probably go for something more like mix pots, honestly, because you have a bunch of sustain early in the game, and you have Baron's Brew on top of that.
You see a lot of players tend to struggle with ability usage, committing too much mana to clearing waves, or just fighting in general, trying to poke with too much mana. So having that extra little bit of mana, if she feels like she is one of those people, Dashiway, over on the Pele, maybe just uses a bit too much mana.
Maybe. Dashi is only known, well, I only know him for being a solo laner, so he's used to probably having the blue buff and chucking abilities and farming as fast as he can, so he's definitely still choosing, definitely understandable if he needs that.
Right for the second invade, and they are unsuccessful as the Thanatos is in the area, does get the silence off.
They're slowed.
Hell is very much out of mana right now. She could be very... There we go, alright. Filthy still ends up falling to D's. Very good, and it looks like a double kill for D's on the Thanatos. Very good rotation showing up on time for this purple buff. Arachne just a little bit late to the fight, but might get some cleanup here. She's sneaking in right behind our Oleron and Ganesha. She picks up one. Thanatos also goes up in the air and comes on down, gets a stun off. Arachne with the beads, ends up cleaning up the 2 kills, and does the Thanatos get a 3rd? Arachne's out of mana. And it looks like he does not want that tower beef. Gets on out of there. 2 for 2 over in the duo lane.
Yeah, definitely a huge rotation, as you said before, by these getting double kills, and then Arachne coming in a little bit late. It's like, yeah, I could clean up, I got this. Not having any much vision in the early game, considering that it is only 4 minutes and nobody buys like the vision chart or anything like that. They have no way of knowing that Arachne's coming in late, coming from behind. Thanatos notices as well, and then tries to help out the rest of the team, and almost picks up the 3rd kill there.
Little contestation over here for the shield buff. A lot of pressure and a lot of fighting going on over here in dual lane. Early. Not a lot going on across the map. 4 minutes.
9 people have already died. It is amazing how quickly the game can turn in rapid succession. There'd be a lot of kills in very little time. Definitely can swing a game very quickly before Beacon even spawns.
Very much. Moving around the map, it looks like people are returning on to farming. We might see a little bit of a lull over here for the fighting, as we have Chalk stacking a trans over in the solo lane. No wonder we're not seeing too much pressure and fighting going on over there.
Yep. Baron's going the regularly standard build, and Chalk's going, I want power. I'm gonna clear, I'm gonna farm fast. And as soon as I get done farming, I'll probably rotate early for maybe like the gold free or early beacon fight. I'm sure by then his trans will be stacked or like nearly stacked, so he can get into some action very early on in the game.
Oh yeah, when he gets that trans online, he should be able to compete with this Baron over in clear. But right now, you're fighting a mage, right?
Fighting a mage. I clear wave, you clear wave.
One thing that could very much work out for the Odin's Headhunters solo lane over here is that this Baron has beads. He doesn't have teleport. If they're able to get his beads on cooldown, which they are about, we get a fight over in mid lane. Hold that thought as Poppy ends up falling down to a good Pele ultimate.
One thing I love about using beads, I don't use. He's gonna die.
Good luck getting out of this. Well, yeah, and he does commit.
But as you were saying before with the Pele kill, the Pele used her beads. One thing that I do love about fighting 9 times out of 10 is that when you use beads, well, I don't use beads defensively. I just use it to kill somebody faster. And he noticed that he was being slowed and his procs were being shredded, and he needed to use his beads to regain his speed to pick up the kill on the Morgan Le Fay there. And then Soul going for the shield buff. I'm not too sure if she knew that Thanatos was there. She does have a ward near the shield buff, but not on the top side, so she must have not have known. Noticed a little bit too late, got into the 3, and Thanatos just picked it up and also picked up the purple buff.
Bafuma falling down in the mid lane. 2, very nice. Pressure applied over by the Order side. I agree completely. You know, having that ward vision is going to be essential, as we see the Thanatos over here, D's picking up Filthy Scylla and looking for more. Haley ends up using her ultimate defensively to get on away, but it appears Papoose is a little bit in too deep for the money. He's got a mana right now. D's wants Dashy though, and he gets it. Sneaking around behind the tower. He knows this Arachne's low on HP. Does he get the scythe off? He gets it. Very nice double kill over here from D's.
He's going on a rampage, going on a rare and tear. He said, look, you want a W key? I'm going to W key too. Pele having to use her ultimate defensively. D's going straight in to pick up the kill, and Arachne solo that you need to get under a tower and back. Unfortunately, did not see the scythe coming, and he gets executed in a different way of matter.
Even when you're low, you gotta know you have that Thanatos passive just lurking on you. He knows exactly where you are and what you're doing at all times. You gotta be careful where you're backing and where he is.
He's not necessarily in your walls, but he knows where you live.
Ganesha coming on over to this dual lane. There's the Oleron Sanctified Field, good beats and ultimate to immune that CC. Soul is good as gone. Very well
nice
played.
Valuable trade. Both being aware that someone is coming, I need to start the initiative, and Soul's just like, I know that someone's coming, I need to get out of here as fast as I can. Using the ult, using the beads, both perfectly timed, and get a nothing for nothing pretty much. That was very nice.
What I really like is the Soul playing on the opposite side of the lane over here, knowing where her ward vision is, knowing where her safety is, so that she has enough time to retreat to her tower line if need be, and she did just that. That is good adapting from what happened earlier in the game. As we see the Arachne rotate on over, looking for a little bit off this Ganesha, maybe cheeky purple buff, but she doesn't quite know the timer. She's probably going to move on up to go and get that now.
Yeah, just feeling out little damage check. See how much poke I get on a tank. If I do like half or 75% to a tank, I'm probably killing the squishy. So next time I run into somebody, I might be able to just walk at them. And speaking of walking at,
She's just a little bit out. Very nice shutdown from Dashiway.
Yeah, Thanatos was in the jungle looking for a nice little invade, and unfortunately got caught out.
This Pele mid is doing exactly what it's intended to. Apply pressure and shove it down the throat to the mid lane. Little 1v1 fight going, goes the way of Mr. Pojangu. Very good, and another kill from our support. Hell, Filthy Scylla over in the mid lane. There's a lot of fighting going on right now within these first couple seconds.
Yep, Soul coming back knowing that Oleron ult is down. Oh, hold on, wait for a minute. Ganesh might die here.
Ganesh committed his dash, wanting more. He wanted a little bit too much. Thanatos does go up in the air. The Ganesh does fall, lands on the helmet. She gets enough healing off. Yeah. Diza now in a little bit of trouble, running away with his life. And it looks like he does just that, but loses his jungle as a result.
Yeah, a lot of action going on, and again, it's already 21 kills in 10 minutes. But going off earlier, Soul knowing that she did use her beads, but she used it for good reason, knowing that Oleron ult is down, I might have a chance to win this fight. Fight's over for the shield buff, and adapts and gets a nice kill there. Also, at the same time, happening in the mid lane, as you said before, the Pele applying all this pressure on the mid laners. Helps with health support, getting a little help in the damage there, also securing the kill there. And Ganesh died, I don't remember if Ganesh died or not, but Ganesh like getting very slow that Thanatos have to come in and help and almost losing his own life, but loses the jungle in return. It looks like they're either going to gank Soul or go for the next goal.
Thanatos looking up in the air, gets the land, gets the beads, and gets the kill. This is what I want to see coming out from Odin's Headhunters is they are winning the vision control over here on the map. They need to start abusing it. They need to start taking advantage of the fact that Death Dealers is not placing a lot of wards. We see very few aggressive wards over in the duo side jungle and only one safety ward over on the solo side jungle. Pele using her ult defensively does get away, and a Gold Fury does fall to the Odin's Headhunters. Very good call on that after that gank.
Yeah, very nice game. As you said before, lack of vision from the Soul, not knowing where anyone is at the moment. Last seeing the big fight happening on the other side of the map, so she probably thought it could get a little bit more farm, be in the clear, finish up the next item. Thanatos ulted and uses speed to punch him.
Arachne ult to secure the kill, but she falls a little bit too short, and the shell does come out as well.
I think that was more of a disciplined play there. It's either I can kill him now and then ults away to get the secure, realizes that there are 2 to 3 people there, and says to himself, it's not worth the trade.
Beacon is up. We might see a little bit of a grouping here in mid as we see the Soul and the Oleron beginning a rotation. Soul crossing a lot of wards to do so, though. What's going to come in the team fight? Ganesh is rather low. We have a lot of ultimates up. Ganesh ult does come out, trapped in the Arachne. Pele comes on in, still hasn't used the ultimate, gets the kill. Oleron Sanctified Field comes out. Thanatos going up in the air. The Sovereign looking down, lands down on 2, gets a double stun, gets 1. And the Beacon does fall over to the Death Dealer side still, regardless of that fight.
That was very good. Pele picking up a nice trade, then going up in the air. I believe we just had more people staying on it, even though it was still a even playing field. The Headhunters just didn't have enough health to step back up.
Need to be a little bit careful here, looking for some extra poke, looking for those camps. Just return, secure your farm, return to base, reset, we come back again. Next objective that's going to be spawning looks like that Pyromancer, unless Order side Death Dealers, they want to shove down this mid tower, open up the map.
Yeah, now it's farm simulator waiting for the next objective. Definitely could go for that tower if they really want to like group up and make plays and maybe speed up the process a little bit, but I think it is better for them to just farm up, get towards the late, because I'm pretty sure death dealers are on the timer with this thing here. Pretty sure towards the late game, it's just going to be harder and harder for them to try to figure out a way to win.
We're seeing that already. There was a 3k lead that was held by the Death Dealers all early game, but as soon as we had that Thanatos gank over in the duel lane and Odin's Hunters took the Gold Fury, well, that lead's gone. As we see the Arachne showing up over in the duel lane, getting the beads and Aegis out of the yellow run. Do we get an ult as well? He doesn't have his ult ready. He's got to run away with his life. Arachne's going to chase you down, Hunt, and it ends up falling to Mr. Pojangle. Very good gank. Yeah, very good flank.
Once again, realizing that, oh, the Oleron used his ult in the Beacon fight. I can just come over here, get a free kill. Sure, there's no objective that you can get in return, but maybe some little farm here or there. And maybe this opens up a spot for him to go straight to the Pyromancer since they lost the first objective, so they can even out that gold a bit.
Not just Pyromancer, but mid-tier 1 did fall during those skirmishes. Again, this map is now way opened up. Pyromancer should be the eyes of the Order side right now to get that lead back where they want it to. As you see, it extends up through to Paleol's going in. She ends up just annihilating the Thanatos along with help from Mr. Pojangle. Very good. But the Oleron is back. Sanctified Field and the Ganesha also overlapping each other. Are we biting off a little bit more than we can chew?
Very elongated fight. Definitely might be in the favor for Oni. They keep it up. Speaking of the Odin Headhunter, the Oni is spawning up soon here. That was a great kill on the Pele earlier, but why not if they're still fighting?
Here's where we see the issue of going in on a Morgan Le Fay. Lots of damage dealt out, but what is the return? RL support looking for a little bit more. Arachne coming on in, and Papoose secures the kill. Very good. Filthyzilla wanting more. Filthyzilla getting more. Very good tower dive coming out from our support. Hell, Arachne in a little bit too deep for her money, and she's getting chased down by her Thanatos. Thanatos goes up in the air. Arachne lands. He's got the potential. He's got to land the stun. Does not land the stun. But he's got the support from his Oleron here. Arachne's low on the mana, on the chase down. He wants it. He wants it. He needs it, but he doesn't get it. Order side shows up to feel for their own team.
Definitely the longest fight we've seen all day. Starting off with Pele picking up the kill on the Thanatos, getting Scythe in the face, didn't like, and just said, I'm just gonna run you and ult back for that kill there. And then Ganesh overlapping the ultimate with Oleron's ultimate. I'm pretty sure they almost picked up the kill there. And then Hell, with, I believe, had little to no mana for all the help in the world to just keep poking at the enemy mid laner, helping Papoose blink in and pick up a kill there, and then picks up their own in return and escapes into boot with his ultimate, baiting in so the rest of his team could come in and maybe possibly kill the Thanatos, but Thanatos did not fall for it. And then they head straight to a gold objective, realize that they need either a little bit more vision or a little bit more damage or a little bit more something or other so they can help get this objective and possibly, I don't know, they're already taking the lead, so possibly extend the lead a little bit further.
The way I'm looking at it right now, Death Dealers, you guys are doing a very good job fighting, but what are you getting off of it? You're in this deep in this jungle side, you're getting these kills, you're getting these picks, but the enemy team, they're returning way too fast. You need to be moving the objectives, getting that Gold Fury down, getting that Pyromancer down. That's the Arachne again, in a little bit too deep for her money over at the solo side back camps. We got a fight over here in mid lane. Pele just being Pele, showing Thanatos that she can one-shot better than him.
Yeah, Pele is just like, I am the John right now. This is nothing personnel type of situation. But definitely just picking off as many as they can before dying, which as a mid laner, that's what you do. Do as much burst damage as you possibly can, and if you get a kill, you might as well go for it.
Grouping coming out from Odin's Headhunters over here for this beacon. We could see a very nice fight that will transition into other objective plays. Beacon beginning to go in the fall of the Chaos side as we see the Chalk and Baron ult. Trade.
Solo moment.
This is solo lane. We expect nothing
less.
That's fine. Now Arachne beads go down with the soul ult. Beacon is moving in the favor of the Chaos. Oleron Aegis as he's got to get out of here. Aegis also coming out from Poppy over on... Poppy still ends up falling. Again, Pele being Pele, and Chaos has lost control of the Beacon. Chalk ends up teleporting in, coming in from behind. Realizes that it's best to give it up. Absolutely. Death Dealers is very deep over here, and they are getting away with... Pele is still alive. Ends up losing her life, though. Beacon goes away to the order side, but they want more. They probably want another objective here. I would just escape with my life. We have Odin's Headhunters returning. Huge sanctified field. And Doc ults and Baron ults back up yet again.
Oh, nice. Another elongated fight, and once again starting off with Pele just literally killing somebody and then ulting in, stepping it a bit too far. I'm pretty sure Pele was definitely feeling themselves. Maybe needs to realize he needs to back up a bit after they get one kill, and maybe they'll get their like first objective or something. And if they show up, then you just go back in with the rest of your team to help clean up the rest. But it looks like they still might be able to get the gold free, considering that Odin's team is realizing this. Then I might just go in and maybe get a double kill.
Gold Fury down to half right now. Deathslinger's doing a very good job of unleashing it. I realize they don't want to commit yet. We have the Morgan Le Fay rotating in the area, just roaming around. She does have her ults ready along with the Ganesha. Picking up the Gold Fury yet again, back down to half. Order. Are we committing this time?
Go in again.
Thanatos goes up in the air. He's come down to the sill. Order side gets the Gold Fury, and Mr. Pojangle is getting kills. It falls himself. I'm sorry, Filthy Scylla fell. There's a lot going on in this fight right now. There are fights all over.
Yeah.
Pele gets a beat. She's wanting more. She ends up getting more. Triple kill coming out from Dashiway over here on the Pele. Give him the Quadra.
Nope. Chalk moment. But again, in this fight, it's just separated. Pele is just going in. Oh, hold on. Oh, never mind. Pele is just going into 2-3 squishies at a time while Hell and Soul cover each other's front and back. Soul getting a kill to help out and maybe push a little bit with the Pele, but Pele has already killed half the team.
Second Gold Fury went the way of the Order side. We see those Onion minions pushing down, and our first Pyromancer look is finally also going away of the Order side. Death Dealers will secure that with no contestation. Pick up that bomb, very useful for taking down these Phoenixes.
Yeah, definitely useful for taking down Phoenixes. I use it to just take down T2s most of the time, so I don't even use the bomb correctly.
Really?
Yeah.
You walk into the Phoenix with 2 bombs. There goes the bird.
Most of the time, I pick it up since I'm like a mid player. I'm not really much of a backline tanky player. And when I'm like burning the objective, I just automatically pick up the bomb. So I'm just gonna walk to a tower real quick and put it there.
Little bit of war going over here in the mid lane. Nothing really up at the moment. Right now, Order side's looking to secure map advantage, get some ward placement down, and probably set up for a Fire Giant, if not securing more of these towers. And it looks like they're rotating over to the solo side. Maybe get off this Chalk when he's off guard.
Never mind. This is a Chalk. I don't think he's really gonna go anywhere if you catch him off guard or in guard.
Definitely not versus a support in solo lane. Lacking a little bit of damage for that, but the fight in mid, Pele.
Goodness.
Removing supports. Speaking of supports, Ganesha just a little bit too far up.
Nice. Might be able to kill him. Oh, never mind.
Who's on this Arachne is lurking. He's looking for something. A little bit deep.
Oh, Pele doesn't have a speed buff. She's just that fast.
She's just Pele. As soon as she activates that 3, she's zooming. Little 1v1 from D's and Arachne. And the Arachne boost. You can't get up in your ult in time, buddy.
That was just crits. I don't even need to explain that. It looks like he was winning, and then he got crit twice, and he just died instantly. Same thing with Morgan. And she's just unfortunately out of position.
Vegas does come out. This Arachne just wants more. She wants it all. She wants the triple. Nope. But the Ganesha comes back and gets a save. Very good peel from the support.
Huge peel and huge self-peel with the Arnold and Odin 3 knocking him up as well.
Double relics coming out from Pojangle and still ends up falling. Chaos side doing a good job in this rotation. What are they looking for? Setting up early for this Gold Fury. Setting up for the beacon. Last beacon's going to be spawning.
Beacon will be spawning soon, but it looks like there's just so much fighting going on.
Fighting. Chalk getting away with his life 1 HP. And Thanatos over the top.
Oh,
Cannot secure the kill on the Pele.
that is so unfortunate. I believe Pele's on a rampage. You gotta need that shutdown goal to bring him back. Oh, hold on.
Pele's looking for that poke. She wants that secure kill. She wants to bait him in right here.
Somebody's gonna die here.
And on body block, and it looks like Diza gets. All right, Filthy Scylla, very good bringing him in.
Support out here, kill securing for the entire team. They already have 7 kills.
Secure, absolutely.
With no damage. It's actually insane how many kills that they have secured. And like 2, 3, yeah, that's enough. 7? It's like 9 assists at the very good stat line.
16 out of 33 on the kill participation. You're definitely contributing.
Yeah, they are showing why they are called in-depth healers, because whether they kill or die, there's like almost 50 kills in like 24 minutes.
Your team has destroyed the Gold Fury.
A little bit of an ult trade over here as Order secures another Gold Fury. Playing for this beacon, Dashy going on in, ends up getting the support, but does he commit too much for a support kill at 24 minutes? It looks like he does. He does get shut down. Thanatos going up in the air, gets a double stun.
That doesn't matter.
And it does not matter. Chaos side is falling left and right, just like this tier 2 tower. Chaos wanting more, Order wanting more, pushing on
Possibly
in.
could just be the end, honestly.
Got death timers coming up from the Ganesha. It looks like that's all they want. Very good call. Fall back, clear the jungle farm, go for these objectives, get that Pyromancer, maybe even get the Fire Giant. They have the damage. They have a lot of auto attack damage over here.
Yeah, they definitely do have a lot of options, considering that no one's on the map there for at least 10 seconds. I feel like the way that they went about it could have been done a little better, but obviously, either way, everything can go down regardless. But in that scenario, I feel like even if you didn't go for the Phoenix, you know, I think you could have just got the Phoenix and maybe like T1 tower. You could have gotten the 2 towers on the right side and then reset it, or just got fired. But it's good discipline on them to know not to just hurry, it's in the game, we've won, everyone's dead, it's over, go to the next game. They just settle back, take their time, and actually get some objectives.
25-minute Fire Giant and Pyromancer extending this gold lead up to 11k for the Death Dealers. They're going to look to clean up this last beacon's Titan spawn, and then push down with the Titans likely, clean up the rest of these towers, and maybe even siege a Phoenix.
Yeah, might possibly catch somebody out of position, maybe the jungler against the mid a 5th time, possibly, maybe or not.
Dashy going.
Definitely looks like Dashy's looking to kill somebody.
Dashy's looking for something.
Danto's also looking for something with the lack of farm. He definitely is just trying to get to 20 at this rate. Definitely a Danto stat line, 9, 8, and 2. Definitely getting there in the early game and slowly creeping up on them towards the late game.
Thanatos hopefully isn't overstaying as welcome and gets caught out as we see a grouping over.
I'm sure Papoose may have saw him over there, and that is why they're hitting away for
like
the 1v1
Papoose
once
did.
again.
You
Papoose
don't
has
have enough
crit, Thanatos does not, so if he fights this, it does not look like it's going to be a very much uphill battle. Blink. Oh!
And that is just good night.
Brother, son. Yeah, he knew that Papoose was walking around. He tried to get out. Did he have ultimate?
He did.
Possibly could have ulted away, maybe over a few walls and stuff. I know Arachne can also not necessarily go over certain walls, but definitely could have ulted or something for a little bit more safety to get a little bit more distance away from the enemy jungler. Considering that you're gonna die, yeah, considering that you're gonna die and the timers are a little bit longer than what they were, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Doc finding himself a little bit out of position at Order side blue buff.
Never mind.
Ganesha ult.
Chalk moment.
Shell.
Yep.
Jock is gone. He's free.
Oh, no, he's not!
Dashy with the finish. Very good. Looking for more on this Ganesha, and they end up securing it. Boost with the kill.
Who's gonna go for more? Oh no, he's not. Yeah. Unfortunately, Chalk looking for farm. And unfortunately, surprisingly, he gets knocked out. Nice little one from the Pele there. Figuring out where he was gonna teleport to and picking up that kill is very clean. The Titans have been fighting for eons, and neither of them have fallen yet.
Titans are saying 1v1 me, bro, and that's exactly what they're doing.
And I guess the other 10 people are disrespecting the 1v1, which is completely understandable. This is the first Titan. We don't even know if another Titan fight's gonna happen.
But since Order side Titan won, that's it, right?
Yeah, it's over. Shake the
It's
hand.
over, yeah. It's like if Ganesha gets a kill, right? That's it. It's done.
Yep. Don't play the rest of the game. It's over. I think
Titan's still alive though over here from the Order side as we see a 5-man grouping going up for this tier 2 tower.
and they got 2 bombs. They can just place the bombs down and just Titan box the Phoenix for a little bit.
Frenzy
What
over
about
on the
Frenzy?
tier 2. Dashi going in with the Paleo ends up securing the kill on Poppy on the Morgan Le Fay. A lot of ultimates getting dropped right now. Dashi coming a little bit too much, ends up falling himself. Our Titan on the Order side moving in. Thanatos goes up in the air, comes on down. On top of Filthy Scylla here on the, but fights off a little bit more than Pikachu, and he's getting on out of there. Papoose chasing down the Thanatos, and he wants it, and he gets it. Phoenix in the solo side falling. Papoose picks up 2, Papoose picks up 3. Pushing in for the end game is the Order side as we get on this Titan, and it looks like that's gonna do it for our game number 1 over here. Odin's Headhunters versus Death Dealers. Death Dealers, you guys are putting up a really good fight. Very good job.
Everybody's put up a really good show. Almost 60 kills in 30 minutes. I don't know what the highest like kill team thing in a game is. That definitely has to be up there.
Well, when I'm looking at Hell, Pele, and Arachne over on one side, you know they're going to want to get in there. You know they're going to want to apply that pressure and just really shove their team comp down the other team's throat.
Yeah, most definitely. Not necessarily going the way I thought it would, which is actually pretty well. They somewhat through early to mid basically does the current objective of surviving and then keeps picking them out one by one, and that's what Death Dealer's team comp specifically does very well. Unfortunately, Odin's Headhunters just needs to spice up another game plan, maybe group up a little bit more, maybe try to find some way to survive a little bit better in the early game, or just making their late game comms a little bit more synchronized and actually start making a little bit plays.
Absolutely. Like you were saying, Death Dealers has a very good just we're going to get in, we're going to pick somebody off, or we're just going to go in as a grouping. If Odin's Headhunters, we see a little bit of a grouping coming out of them, then they have the utilities. They have the ability to defend themselves and defend each other from this onslaught that came out from the Death Dealers. Absolute just diving from one, diving from another, and a follow-up one after another.
Yeah, just a little bit scattered, maybe a little grouping, maybe a little bit comms, maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure actually, but maybe definitely needs something to fix it up. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go back to the drawing board and maybe get 1 or 2 more spicy picks.
A little bit of grouping, a little bit of more warding, and utilizing their wards. I think they did a very good job with it a little bit early. However, they kind of fell off with that in the mid game. We definitely see ward numbers higher up over on the Odin's Headhunters side.
Okay. It definitely goes at the objectives in the early games for the Oni Headhunters. They were definitely killing it out there, getting that huge lead until the tables unfortunately turned.
So that's going to do it for game number 1 for us. We're going to move on into a break before getting into game number 2. Stay tuned. Follow up with the Chernobog. Your best mid lane, solo lane, we'll say, you know, your best mage right now, sitting out there, high pick ban rate. Chernobog, probably your best ADC. Again, very good flexible pick who can just pressure sides in the map instead of his own. And Athena, global for global, why not?
Yeah, that's an easy trade. Getting that Ganesh out there definitely does not want to deal with silences or boxes or knockups or ohms or anything that Elephant has to bring to the table at the moment.
Seems like Death Dealers are saying that Ganesha was quite annoying to dive into, and I think they're quite right. Opwash ends up getting banned off over from the Otis Hunter side. What are you looking at first pick over here?
Raijin.
Raijin? Ratatask or another
Raijin, Poseidon, some sort of mage solo. Last time they banned Thor. Maybe the Thor, since Ganesh is banned, Thor could definitely hammer in and out freely now. Oh, there it is, Raijin.
It looks like it is the Raijin. Quick locked in over here by the Odin's Headhunters. That was the missing piece, the Thor. Lots of global was removed, but the Thor is still up.
I'm on fire today.
Death Dealers snagged that away. Yeah. Pretty yeah, pretty good predictions, I would say.
Are they gonna pick Poseidon too because it's open? You just have Poseidon, Raijin, solo lane,
We do have that Morgan Le Fay
or the
still
Morgan.
hovering up,
Oh my
and it is the
god,
Poseidon.
I am him. I am insane.
He's in the
No,
comms. He's in the
there's
comms,
no
guys.
there is no way they pick Morgan Le Fay. Morgan Le Fay, and I don't
Oh,
know.
keep
Oleron, I
keep it going. Keep
guess.
it going. What are we looking at right over here?
They'll probably pick like Morgan Le Fay and either their jungler or like Oleron. I don't know. Even though the Oleron didn't do too well, his utility is so good. It definitely helped a
There was a
lot in the
lot of very
fights.
good usage of the ultimates coming across the fights. It just felt like the Odin's Headhunter struggled to capitalize off of it and really synergize their team comps together. Again, I think what we were saying over in the post game was just that lack of grouping and a lot of people getting picked off before the fights even started. But it does look like they're trying to hover the Hachimon here instead.
I
Another
love Hachi.
safe hunter. I love Hachi too. Probably the only hunter that I can play, honestly.
Bro, if
Auto
you
attacks
play
are hard.
Jing Wei and you enjoy that, just play Hachi. You'll have like 300 times more fun. Sylvie being hovered. Mr. Tree Man. Oh, okay. Getting in tree. That's an interesting pick to me, to be honest. Probably just for more comfort than anything. And then, since the elephant is banned and he's very comfortable with the elephant, would be probably more comfortable with the Sylvanas. Sylvanas providing similar stuff to Baron almost. Lots of heals, not necessarily a dash, so you need to position very well. Definitely has a very good pull to bring them back towards you, just like Baron suck, but with way less steps and a slightly higher skill level to use, and it's very satisfying to hit through walls. A huge knock up and free NP5, even though Hachi already has NP5, is probably just supporting the Raijin over there in the solo lane. Maybe we'll see the tree book it straight to the solo lane, put a plant down.
Freya that was banned away over in the game number 1 in the second phase. What I'm looking at with this Sylvanas pick is clear. You're looking to bring sustain and clear over to your lane. Hachiman a little bit less on the clear side, Sylvanas a little bit more on the clear side. So they really want to pressure down this lane and not lose that clear matchup as we saw before. Freya being our last pick, and then followed up with a Kamazot's ban.
Interesting. All right, important question, right? You're a Sylvanas man. Are you the Sylvanas? Yeah, I'm aggressive. I'm gonna get in there. I got the pressure. Do you get the mannequins for like even more pressure, or do you just get a standard starter item? Considering that if you get a standard starter item, you'll have way more gold to help you out in the long run. But if you get mannequins, you might be able to squeeze in a free kill here or there with a little horrific action. Now, how
You
are
see,
you feeling this hill is gonna go?
if it's me, I'm locking that mannequins no matter what. I love that kill potential. If I'm paired up with this, so Hachiman, it's a little bit difficult because I feel like Hachi isn't one of your better clearing hunters. I feel like he's very solid at it. I don't feel like he's better
Okay,
one of your
clear.
better fighting hunters. I feel like he's up there in the above average of clearing, up there in the above average of fighting, but he doesn't really just dominate one or the other. Whereas you'll see an Oler who just loves to fight, or you'll see the Soul in the previous game who just loves to clear, and they do that very well. So he's
Yeah.
probably going to opt more for the standard support style. We might see benevolence. We might see a something of the likes come out of that. Bands rounding out. No more Arachne. We don't want to see that again. Horus, very good pressure support. Someone who can apply a lot of pressure over there and then matched up with the Freya. I agree. Fenrir
Yeah.
finishing it out from the Chaos side. And Death Dealers just said, okay, you're going to ban my Arachne. Well, I'll just take Bakasura, I'm going to still deal my auto attack damage and I'm going to be happy about it.
Yeah, Papoose he's that guy when it comes to any auto attackers. He like to run at people, he likes to hold left clicks. Abilities does not exist in his world. I don't blame him for it. He
We
did
don't need
very well in the
abilities in this
Arachne. You don't
house.
need abilities where we're going, only use crit. But yeah, the
Crit is my
abilities
ability.
de- exactly. But going back again earlier, oh Baba Yaga was like that in another Thanatos is actually kind of insane. But going back to the dual lane, I keep looking at this dual lane. I know I'm gonna get off of it eventually, but going into it as a Hachi man into a Freya with the Sylvanas, I still feel like you have probably slightly more pressure in the early game, and if you're able to like camp the Freya or like at least bring her down they'll definitely have trouble boxing you towards mid to late. But then if she ever gets late, then it's kind of just over. So I feel like mannequins probably a way to go. Maybe a little stinky, but I think it'd be great if you just like gets a huge lead off of that.
Definitely need to apply that pressure over to the duo side before this Freya gets online. And I think that's why we see the Thanatos coming back for game two. Odin's Headhunter saying that wasn't the problem. You did fine. We just needed to play it better. Perfectly understandable. I think the Thanatos did very well in the early game, and I'm ready to see it again. Do exact same things. Actually, better than he did in game number one.
Do it better. I want 10 kills. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. Again, the team for the Odins definitely have the potential, big team fight potential. Once again, huge ults minus the Hachi, but once again, huge ults, and all they need to do is just follow up off of each other. They've gotten 3-man stuns, 4-man ultimates, 15 different types of silences, just no follow up after because Dashi and Papoose is already in the backline killing the team. Just need a little bit more cohesion. Maybe do something like a front to back or back to front type deal. Maybe just hit who's ever in front of you and just see what happens. But definitely a main focus is to at least get the ults out or at least apply some sort of damage and cohesion, some target practice on the death dealers.
A lot more scaling coming out in this team comp from both sides this game compared to the previous, where we saw a lot more dive in the last one. You know, we have the Bakasura scaling character. We have the Freya scaling character. Over on the other side, you know, we have the Hachiman, who I would consider to be kind of a very, like we were saying before, a little bit more on the scaling side. Raijin, another one. You know, these gods who aren't the strongest in the early game, but they pick up and they go. Once they start getting a few items online, that's when you start seeing these threats. So it's going to come down to this Thanatos, who really is our best early game pick, to see where you're going to apply that pressure. That's what we're going to find out here in game number one as we go on in. Headhunters versus Death Dealers, game number two.
Yeah, definitely the Thanatos and the Sylvanas actually both being rotating roles, being able to solidify or dominate in any lane that they choose from if they just work together on it. So Sylv tried to go to the solo lane and put a plant there, but he had one for the mid lane, which is actually pretty W, just in case Raijin might not get that first coup. But yeah, the early game is solidified on the rotating maps, and hopefully the late game solidified by the laners scale up enough in time rather to get all the items that they need to help clean up for the rest of the entire game. I see the game plan, and I like where this is going.
Early ward down over on the solo lane side that Raijin does not want an early game coming out from the aggressive point.
Minions have
I just realized it's Thor mid, which is, in my opinion, very funny. But I mean, if you could do all of that on Pele, yeah, if you could do that on Pele, pressing funny stun and then double tapping an old lady on cooldown.
I like it. Okay, I see that.
Oh, I dig it 100%. Bro can rotate to duo
potential.
lane.
Oh yeah.
Definitely help out. Put the Hachi behind. Probably kill the Sylvanas because he has no movement ability. So Sylvanas needs to be extremely careful with the lack of movement and global rotations and big burst damage when they're in the team is what I'm looking at the moment.
Death Dealers first to hit level 2 over in the duo lane, and Headhunters first to hit level 2 over in the mid lane, clear their way. But they're just kind of broke right now. Got canceled out of your read. What are you gonna do now, Papoose? Yeah, you're gonna go and get in anyway.
Bro says, look, I don't know what the S key means. I don't care. I'm hitting somebody. Somebody's dying. Did he hit the scythe? Nuts.
Good wave clear coming out. A fight over in the duo lane happening. The Sylvanas gets on low. Maui going in. Shell comes down. Hot, huge, beautiful stun followed up by a root, and he gets away with his life.
Yeah, barely. But he definitely said barely. But that shell was huge. That stun is huge. Dude, imagine if Hachi did not have a stun on his 3. Like, imagine if it was like a different form of CC. I think it was literally, if it was any other form of CC minus advantage, Sylvanas would die.
Oh, yeah. Sylvanas was in danger.
Oh, nice save.
Thanatos showing I will pressure you. Baka showing I out clear you. So what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, I guess that's what you trade farming for. Literally executes.
Oh, Poppy making a rotation over here, coming up behind. Death Dealers. Whoop for the safety. Ends up getting away just fine. And they get the shield buff, no problem. So Sylvanas in a little bit of a struggle position here. Doesn't have the shell. Thanatos coming on back. This Hachi Peel is honestly putting in work so far in the first 2 minutes of this game.
He is 2 for 2 on dashes. He can't be stopped. One thing that I saw that was kind of irrelevant, but it just sparked a little brain nugget. Freya Whoop, right? When you're all targeting the same person and you're applying all your damage, that Freya Whoops, it mitigates all that damage or a little bit of miscommunication. That might just end the team fight right then and there. You got Poseidon, Whirlpool, Kraken, Freya Whoops. Any of that's gonna be an unfortunate sight to see.
They're gonna have to make sure they're working together and they're coordinating their CCs and damages. Otherwise, we could see some very interesting, for lack of better words, plays.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate plays.
Return to clear. Coming up from both sides. Sylvanas a little bit low on mana, eating some poke here. The Freya says, I don't care about the wave, I care about you. Hachi uses dash to get away, but the Sylvanas is getting low. Chaos side over here, Death Dealers want it. Maui chasing him down. The heal, though, keeping him alive as he's moving around.
Are you sure boots are not in the game? Because Sylvanas is not dying.
He is zooming. Bojangles goes for the disengage. Sylvanas also gets away.
Where's in the air?
Where's in the air?
Where's
Mid
the,
lane.
oh my
He wants
goodness.
the red buff. Doesn't get it. But gets first blood over on Diza. Dash away. First blood with our Thor mid.
Does he live? I don't think he lives. If he lives, it's ridiculous.
Thanatos
have ult.
He has blink too. Gets the silence.
He's gotta die. He can't get away with this. He's getting away with it.
No.
Please. Oh, a nice ultimate by Papoose there, making sure that if he goes in, he will die in return. That is, I would say criminal, but that was very nice by Dashi there. Getting in, didn't get any buffs, still killed a mid laner anyway, which is very good. Probably said that I'm going in to their rep buff. I might need help getting out. And whose call and response helps by ulting his teammate on the floor just in case if he gets executed that he would get a return. So that was very clean.
Just making sure that it doesn't go 1 for 1. He's like, if you try this, it's gonna go 2 for 1, and I'll show you real quick.
Let you know. Oh,
double ult. Maui shell comes out. Another
double in the return. He turns around.
Gets away with his life. This Sylvanas, I swear, he's a slippery little one today.
He says, I'm not going down without a fight, and you're going up. But yeah, it's Hachi. Hachi, I like Hachi. It's like Guan Ultimate, but it's like way faster, which makes it like I guess a little bit harder to control. I don't know which one's harder to control, Guan Horse or Hachi Horse.
Guan ult Horse definitely has a lot sharper of a turn radius than the Hachis. Not to mention Hachis
like one's melee and one isn't. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're not moving.
He's stuck. Thanatos stuck on Band-Aid brand. That is unfortunate.
A lot less fighting than we saw over in game number 1 outside of our happy little Thor.
Yeah, it'd be like 15 kills already. It's 5 minutes.
How dare they? Where's my aggressive
How dare you
game?
put on a show and then take your time?
Very expected though, given the picks. Good scythe. Oh, 3-man grouping, poking out field. Still at a half health on this Maui. But we're just gonna back on off, go and get our farm. I'm sure order side headhunters want to secure the red buff this time.
One thing that I also noticed as well, when mage solos are being picked, they don't build defense. So I'm surprised to see. Well, I guess it kind of makes sense for Death Dealers to help out dual lane, 'cause, you know, it's a Freya. And then I guess it also makes a little bit sense as well for Papa Nike to also pressure the dual lane because it's a Freya. And then the solo lane is just box it out and wins. Poseidon just wins because he Krakens, which is unfortunate. But I don't see why the junglers can't solo lane mages, because their first item isn't really tank item, and as I say that, Thanatos goes straight up into the air, stunning and killing for this item. Like, why don't
And
you just do that like
does
10
Thanatos
times?
things.
And I understand, but I also don't understand. So I get it from both ways. Because I feel like if your ADC is ahead or behind, that lane is either won or lost at that point, and you should
Right.
try to apply pressure somewhere else.
And the question we're saying over in Bits and Bands is where's this Thanatos going to apply his pressure? Wherever it is, he needs to make sure he sticks to it and he commits to that. Getting
They
that
built
lane
magical
elite.
defense. They built magical defense.
Oh,
All the
yeah, I
more
mean, if he's
reason
not
to
getting
just
ganked.
go kill him. Man, I feel like it. I think Thanatos finally realized it's just, oh, it's a Poseidon that I can possibly kill on cooldown. And
Take a look at our
Caprice in
game one also.
return,
Where was all of our fights? Over in mid and duo.
mid
And in that
duo.
mid jungle side, yeah. I'm expecting
Yeah.
something a little bit similar here in game number 2. It seems like that is our winning strategy. Kraken immediately gets the beads over on their Aijin.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he literally did that just to secure the cut, which I did not know before.
Hold trade in the duo lane as well.
Yep, this is one of those games.
We are scaling today.
Scale.
Taka shows up over here mid, gets the ult up with Sylvanas. Baba Yaga ult coming in for the build, so does Sylvanas. They might end up turning this back. Thanatos in the air, Maui ult
Huge.
goes ripped through. Four comes down, ends up getting the Sylvanas secured. Thanatos now, unfortunate wall, getting him on the opposite side.
I think that's the end of that fight. But
That is
that was good. Thor is in the air. Good communication by the Death Dealers team. I'm pretty sure Thor is just like, I'm just gonna hit the Sylvanas. I know he doesn't have a dash and we can't escape, so I'm just gonna kill him. Just make sure that Baba doesn't interrupt me, and then support's just like, aye, Captain. Brings the island from under the sea. Baba got a position to make sure that Thor's gonna kill him.
Very good silence.
Huge stun right now. Now he's putting in the work, making sure his mid laner is alive.
These supports, man, today.
They're getting kills.
This is the Smite Support League, everybody.
Welcome to the Smite.
Definitely gonna start seeing a lot of action pick up here as objectives start coming out on the map. Gold Fury. Our first beacon's gonna be spawning in just a few minutes. Where are we gonna be starting to apply that pressure?
I am pretty sure that Cruz is already thinking about applying this pressure in dual lane, because what, Gold's already up?
See, Hellkine's rush on the Freya. Clearly, she's putting in work with it. You would think there's not a lot
Put
of
some
power,
trust in
but,
his ADC.
but she bit off
Nice.
more than she could chew.
I honestly thought Sylvanas would just die, but then Hachiman came in, it's like, I got you. Unfortunately, he's now like, he's 2 for 3 on the stuns, but he's still good to kill.
I almost can't tell who the support is on that team. Is it the Hachiman or the Sylvanas?
If you believe hard enough, there are no supports in this game.
We support each other here.
We support each other here in the front. Speaking of support,
Can't escape. You
couldn't
don't
even
have
dash.
beads. Yep. Very good choice over here by the Bakasura. Realizing that Raijin's beads are still down for a couple seconds, I can come in, get a quick pick out of him, and get that lead on my Poseidon.
Oh, he has wards. I was like, why did he just do that? Over the wall. Nice little pull. Forces the ult out. Ethan's still spawning. Gold's been up for a nice minute. I do feel like they could have tried to do gold to like see how much damage they could do, see if they like show up off that kill, but it looks like they're gonna get another one. Maybe they do gold now, considering the person is dead. Yeah,
Oh, Maui kills the again. Everybody. Thor goes up, Thor comes down on the Sylvanas, gets the wall up. Huge Sylvanas ult. Doesn't get the Thor though. Very nice.
Imagine if he grabbed him. I don't think it would have made a difference, but that would have looked cool.
Everybody walking away from this fight 1 HP. No objectives get pulled.
3 for none. It's kind of nuts. Now we're getting up in the kill count. Now we got 9 kills in the game.
Oh yes, very close to our 60.
This is only 50 more. We got like 20 minutes.
We can beat that, yeah.
And a new record.
Don't worry, we're scaling.
And the support is once again, he has 8 kills in this set, which makes no sense to me.
Kill secured. That's all. Honestly, all him. That's what he should really be saying
That's
at the
what
end of the
he
day. All
soloed
him.
8
Yeah.
people. Nah.
100%. It is just Filthy Scylla existing on these people.
Nerf Guardians, that's all I'm saying. What's happening in solo? Oh, we got eviscerated again in mid, unfortunately.
Baba Yaga
A
not
2v2
getting
fight.
out.
A solo with Thanatos. Huge Kraken.
Down forces the still the Thanatos ult. Raijin trying to peel for his teammate.
Alright, then it gets out. I thought he
Double
was gonna
relics
go
from the
back in.
Poseidon though after that.
Did that beat Aegis?
He
Oh,
did beat
does.
Aegis.
I don't know, as a solo lane mage, do you just go beat Aegis or do you just go beat Blink?
I guess it depends on who you're looking at playing.
Say if you're like not a mobile mage like LaFay or Poseidon, you blink in as like LaFay, do a funny knock up fear into an ultimate, but you just blink in as Poseidon, do a funny whirlpool.
Poseidon's somebody who I want to see keep a little bit of a range. LaFay, there you see possibility. I want to get in their face, you know, get my Q off and just kind of kit dump on them. The Raijin though, you can really play it kind of like a Bastet, where I want to blink in, dump my kit, and then use my dash to secure the kill. Because we're seeing
Speaking
a
of
poke
blinking
here
in.
mid. Gets away 1 HP. Beautiful shell from Filthy Scylla. Dash canceled by the Bakasura ult on Papoose. Forces the Baba Yaga ult and he's wanting more. Gets the shell out of it. Huge Kraken comes out and gets the Thanatos out 1 HP. A lot of low members over here on Order side. But a lot of low members. Or just the low Maui over on the Chaos side. Thanatos goes back in wanting more and he, well, doesn't get any more other than his own death. Meets the gray screen.
Very big mid fights, 13 minutes. I don't even think a beacon has spawned yet. But to go back to what you were saying earlier about Basket, I don't even think Basket uses Blink. I don't think most Baskets use Blink nowadays. They kind of just jump in, jump out freely. Oh, speaking of jumping
Good
out freely,
timing by
it's cold
Filthy
again.
Scylla. Right when the ult ended, gets walled in. How did he walk through that?
Disgusting.
My boy's Ganesh. He's Ganesh, I swear.
That's
Walk
Ganesh
through walls.
passive. Only assists and kills. That was actually a pretty nutty ult, knowing the timing and everything. And the funny thing is, Raijin could have probably delayed it just to make sure he had just like
If he
a
delayed
little
it
bit more
half a
CC
second.
immunity. But yeah,
Just
he
half a second.
would have been alive and not pulled back. Unfortunate for him. Pyromancer's up, Gold Tree is up. The beacon still hasn't spawned, and at least 12 kills to start. You get 13, question mark?
Brought him all the way to his mid lane.
Oh, nice dodge.
Very happy to walk away, but oh no, the pull out of the execute.
Woo!
Thor comes up with a 3-man stun, gets the Bees and Aegis out of the Baba Yaga, who ends up finishing off our Maui. Well, man, she's a little bit out of position now for Dashchi with a triple kill. Now we should start seeing some objectives getting opened up.
Are we going to though?
Yes,
It's
we
like
do.
the
It looks like the
third
mid
to
tower
fourth
finally.
team fight.
It's just time. It's time.
It's the start. We've gotten the tower. Now we can do the objectives. Freya's just soloing. You might as well do another objective while you're at it. Got enough life steal.
Over the
That is,
Pyromancer to extend this 7k lead.
Freya's getting online. It's mid to late. His team's doing well enough, and he's doing well by themselves. They could definitely run away with this and end it possibly faster. Well, end it way faster than they normally do. I saw that on the top left. I thought that said player damage. I'm like, how does he have 14k?
Sylvanas is carrying the player damage
There we
charts.
go.
Yeah.
You know, Thor obviously,
good.
of course, with these triple stuns, wall double taps, and
He's huge with
living
these ultimates
somehow.
today.
He hasn't died
absolutely.
yet. He's been at 2 HP for like 3 to 4 fights.
Our guy's going
Kinda
in and
insane.
going in deeper and just walking away, getting away with
Just
murder.
wants
Really.
it more. He really is.
Quite literally getting away with murder.
It is upset. 3 team fights. You know, keep running it down mid. Gets a mid tower. Gets a. Did they get pyro?
They did get Pyromancer. Clearly he's doing something right. If he's 7-0-2 here at 16 minutes in the game and topping the damage charts, just putting in work, getting these 3-man stuns with his ultimate, keep it up. Absolutely
He's
keep it
getting
up.
active. I guess he wanted to play jungle today. He did not want to play mid, and playing jungle is pretty much good. Hachi a little too far forward, getting ran at and absolutely eviscerated by Freya. It's too late in the game now. She is online.
Yeah, her auto attacks don't slow down when she gets that hastened ring online, and it looks like she's had it on for a while.
Nice chunk, bro. The scythe is like the fact check. And it's just like, oh, I can kill this man. Gets hit by a scythe. You know what? I'm in the wrong here. I'll be back.
That's where you see the Thanatos' builds are always very flexible because of his percentage damage on that. So you see him going for more of the Sino style build with the Jotuns into the Hydras. You know, you don't usually want to see a lot of that because of the lack of power, but he's able to execute it because of his kit.
Yeah. Very, very well thought out kit. Sometimes it's just unfair, but it is kind of fun to just hit somebody and you're like that.
More Thor goes up in the air. Ult trade over Maui Thanatos and the Thor. Thanatos hovering in the air, and as his Thor comes down on the Sylvanas. Crack. Apus is on the back line though, pushing into the tier 2, getting the double kill. Huge cleanup coming out. Raijin sitting up in the ultimate. They need to get out of here, otherwise Death Dealers is going to be wanting more, and they're going to be getting more. Diving to tier 2 tower right now. Hachi uses his ultimate to escape. Raijin dashes away.
Yeah, once again, Papoose coming in from the back. We didn't necessarily see it, but Thanatos was in the air. He landed somewhere, and wherever he landed, Papoose cleaned him up, and the rest of his team continues to just walk forward. It's just like
Who's had his number?
the same team, the same plan type, maybe slightly better execution or better characters or something. They're doing the same thing that they were doing before, and they're doing it even better now.
Well, you see, I
Because
feel
they're
like it
not
was
going
like-
in way too far. They're somehow getting away with murder, and they have enough CC to help kill each other's enemies.
Yeah, if this was a game 1, they'd still be sitting up at that speed buff over on the duo side right now, looking for more.
If you know, you know.
Thanatos comes on down. Vegas. Beautiful timing, and his beats cracking.
That was very nice.
Goes up
They
in
all
the air,
changed
Thor
their
comes
stuff
down,
together.
double stun, beads out of the right, and he goes further in.
Oh my god. Oh, what a pull.
They end up picking up the side and Raijin. Maui trying to peel for his team. Unfortunately, a little bit off the mark. Bizanega's out of the Baba Yaga. Still ends up falling, and Sylvanas, you're the target now. And Sylvanas goes down. Hachiman is solo on the defense here.
Yeah, that was great form of CC there. Sylph knew that Thanatos was coming in, waits for him to ult, gets knocked up. Fortunately, it might be a little bit too far late because they're behind and they can't do enough damage, and they need a little bit more farm to help secure the kills. Poseidon lives because he has a bunch of defense, and then he just rolled up Krakens, and then his team follows up, and they get the kill because they have more items of damage, more objectives, and gold. Gonna get another objective to get some more items and even more damage.
No wait for the tier 2 tower? No problem. Death Dealer says we're going for the Fire Giant, and Death Dealers will secure the Fire Giant. No contest.
Destroyed the fire giant.
Walk over,
That
get
was-
environments to further extend their lead.
It was almost a competition. Thanatos was looking over there. He was eyeballing it, but unfortunately, no vision, and they easily get that one knocked down. I wonder where are they going to head with this Fire Giant. Maybe actually get a tower or two this time, because last time they didn't get a tower or two with it. Just got a bunch more kills and just ended up winning it that way. But maybe they're gonna possibly just do a tower sweep this time, or just keep doing what they're doing for another pick. Maybe they'll survive us again because you can't move, or take away from there.
A lot of return to farming over here for the Headhunters side. They need to get their levels online if they want to compete in here. But they need to defend these tier 2 towers. Although
They
it is
really
a
need to.
13K
That Fire
game.
Giant.
Yeah. Although it is a 13K game. Not defending tier
like,
2 towers, absolutely the Phoenixes.
Definitely
Can't
the
let
Phoenixes.
Death
I
Dealers
can't.
extend this lead that far.
Look. I can't defend a T2 if anyone has Fire Giant on the enemy team, but that's just a personal thing of mine. I don't have the drive to defend a T2 when there's 5 people on the enemy team with a Fire Giant, because that will most likely spell disaster and the end of the game if they try to defend. But it looks like the duo lane most definitely do not want their tower to go down, so they're going to stick around for it.
Comes down to grouping, positioning, and wards. They need to be prepared and get that vision up ahead of time so that they can position correctly and group up for this. Fighting as a team is going to be essential here.
Yeah, so far it's just a 2v1 split, and Papoose is kind of just vibing.
A bit of a pull core coming out, cracking, and the
Little
Savannah
wide.
assault at the same time. Frenzy gets popped over here by the Death Dealer's side.
Poison,
Maui
yeah.
1 HP gets out. Thor comes down on top of Hachiman. Goes in wanting more Hachiman. Gets him away with his life. Relics coming out of the Thor. Savannah's going in wanting more. Savannah ends up falling. Thanatos lands on. Trades the Thor. Tier 2 tower still standing and putting in work right now. Tier 2 tower finally goes down and Raijin goes in. Beats coming out for the Raijin. Could be a really nice cleanup here from the Order side. A lot of low health targets on the Chaos. Raijin doing exactly that. Ends up picking up.
Oh, fair enough.
Shut
He
down.
dies for it.
A lot of shuts down coming out. Papoose biting off more he can chew. And King Balrus end up picking it up. Wow.
That was a very, very interesting fight. I think it's still going.
It is. There's a second crack in this fight.
Part 2, the sequel. I don't know if they're still gonna fight. I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say before that Whirlpool Kraken was a little bit off the mark. It starts an awkward fight for the Death Dealers. They still kind of commit to it, still kind of go in. I believe the tower was still up when they were like trying to dive the Hachiman and got them in a little rough situation.
Oh yeah,
For the
Tier 2
team to
tower put
group
in
up.
work that fight.
100%. I will never doubt you when you're defending tier 2 tower calls.
I tell you, man. Those towers, they put in work.
They hurt even with FG buff. What FG buff? Apparently, my goodness. But thanks to that and them being stuck between a rock and a hard place, they finally get some follow up. They finally get the shutdown on the Thor mid, and even better, they also get the shutdown on the Papoose, so they might be able to bring it back.
Brought this game from a 13, 14k game back to a 10k. Getting that goal through was very good. And we see another fight here. Another Kraken. Ripping through gets a double pickup. Sylvanas also getting himself a double. Thanatos goes up in the air. Thor comes down from the air. Sylvanas ends up dropping. Or a little bit deep on the backline. Hachi ends up finding him and getting him. Hachi going in deeper, wanting more. Hachiman getting more. King Balrus with the double kill. Ends up trading his life for it though in return. And here comes Papoose with the Bakasura ult. Unfortunate Maui ult a little bit off the mark. And they're just going to result in getting the tier 2 tower.
I think they started that fight a little bit too early. I don't even think Papoose was there when the fight started, so he comes in a little bit late, can't really pick up anything. That Mario definitely would have been huge if he pulled him back and would have probably got another kill, and maybe even got a Phoenix off of that, but they're going to go back to the beacon.
A Bakasura coming into a fight late, he's just foaming at the mouth, sitting there seeing red all across the board.
Just have to wait a little bit longer, but he was just a little too hungry, couldn't even eat anything.
Beacon secured, tier 2 towers down, Pyromancer getting taken, and the Titans are unleashed. So we're moving in 25 minutes, and a 12k gold lead over on the Death Dealer side.
That was dumb. He should have got crippled.
Decided,
Whirlpool,
man.
if Whirlpool did not have a startup, it looked like he should have got crippled.
Remember, the Whirlpool needs to be completely open for the cripple to happen.
But they both had channeling abilities, so it looked like he should have just got caught. Thor's in the air. Oh, lands
Thor's
on
in the air,
me. Land on
Thor's down on the
Thanatos. I think he
ground.
missed. Oh my God, this big pause while you were pausing at crucial moment. Okay.
We had a Thanatos blink to get away from that Thor ult.
What is Papoose doing? Why? Where is he? What is he doing?
He's looking around, he wants a pick. They have a vision advantage of the 1-2 wards, so, and they end up getting the Pyromancer as a result. Maybe get some poke here on the
Maybe get
Sylvanas.
Sylvanas again. You know, like Poseidon's just like, look, I'm tired of this. Get away. This is our fire gun. Oh, here he goes. What's happening?
A little bit of a poke war going on. They know they can't commit to this Fire Giant. It's still a basic FG, even though they do have a nice lead, even though they do have levels on them. Basic FG right now, it's going to deal some damage. FG is your 6th man.
I thought our Titan was our 6th man. They're not respecting the
That's our
1v1.
7th man.
Okay. Yeah, not respecting the 1v1. That Titan goes down.
Honest though. Beautiful wall by Dash 2A. Beautiful ult coming down, forces the Raijin beats Dash away. Good ult to counter the Maui ult. Can they escape with their lives here? Thanatos just barely gets up in the air, but Deez races his life. Headhunters are running away.
This Maui is just going nuts.
Smite
Frenzy.
support league. Yes, very good frenzy to end the fight. They
Okay,
still have their
changing-
Titan very healthy. Do they push in the Phoenix here? Looks like they want it. A Poppy over on the left side on the Thanatos coming in behind. Gets stunned out and gets picked off.
Unfortunately,
They saw that
he's
coming
fighting
from a
the
mile
Freya.
away.
Yeah.
Phoenix goes down.
Definitely an insane fight, but I think is over now. They're heading over to the Fire Giant. But the Titan 1v1 gets
You've been found, Bruce. But it doesn't matter. Your damage numbers are just better than his. Sylvanas
He's
gonna
just
get
left
caught out
stealing
again
too
now.
much.
And there goes the ult. Might be getting a little bit overzealous here, deciding to fight the Hunter. And as he is, Hachiman, King Barus, securing and shutting down this Bakasura.
once again, this fight is just very elongated. The Titan 1v1 instantly gets postponed. The Death Dealers just walk for it, and then the Oni team basically waited for the Titan to go down, and then immediately yells charge. And by that I mean Poseidon yells charge, Kraken's them, and it all goes downhill from there. Picking up a couple kills, getting the tower, and even the Phoenix in return. It looks like they were gonna head back to Fire Giant, but Papoose was kind of just once again being hungry, trying to just find anybody he can fight into, and in return dies and slightly prolongs the Fire Giant fight.
After that Phoenix went down, you're looking to back off, dude. Your objectives. Objectives is the name of the game. But Papoose is
so
sitting here
much
is like, well, you know, slash line's kind of the name of my game.
Honestly.
Unable to do the Fire Giant now, down a man. Gonna regroup over here, over on the Fire Giant side, and return to poke where we do. We have fire minions pushing into solo lane.
Odin definitely have a chance to bring this back. Even though they have a few towers, a few structures to deal with, they get this Fire Giant or even the Enhanced Fire Giant. This game's definitely gonna turn on its head.
Oh, 30 minutes and everybody's level 20.
Yeah,
You
this
know
could
it's
be
anybody's game at that point.
Yep. To be fair, they have a Baba Yaga, which might be able to secure with like ticks and stuff. Raijin, always great providing CC, could be taunting the entire team into his team to clean up. But Death Dealers do have a Freya.
I think what I need is the Sylvanas to just a little look to work with his team a little bit more as we see a fight coming out here. A lot of ults getting thrown off. Takes his
How was he
Silva
alive?
ends up
How was he
falling
alive?
finally. The Sylvanas got the Raijin dashed in to secure the kill on the support. Ends up living. No,
How is
he
he
ends
still
up
alive?
falling.
Spree.
That's unfortunate.
Double kill.
Oh, never mind. He died
This
too.
is a
Jeez, this
Poppy
is
ended up
Death
cleaning
Dealers.
up in the back line. Yep, as we were saying, anybody's
I
fight. But here
understand.
comes the late Papoose into the fight on this Bakasura. What did I say? Foaming at the mouth. He wants this. He wants blood. He wants his KDA, and he
When
gets
it comes, I swear, when it comes to Papooses' schedule to literally just show up on time, he'll be there 30 minutes later, but he'll still do what he needed to do 10 minutes ago. If he literally did that 10 minutes ago, that might have just been the end. And it looks like they probably could just do it. Yeah, I think they just get there. And since fire waves are coming in from left and right, they don't really need to go to end the game because they're all going to be respawning a little from 8 to 7 seconds. So this is a good call. Definitely would have been a lot smoother if this was there. They're waiting for them to respawn.
what? Everybody gets Fire Giant in this house.
Destroyed the fire giant.
Nope.
Unfortunate they don't.
At least he got Poseidon. Could have waited like 3 more seconds there because he
Fred
got
had to
FG.
use a Ragus.
And then that definitely would have been a great play. Fred would have died. But if they
Yeah.
got all 5 for EFG for Papooses once again late rotation, that definitely would have been huge. Unfortunately, Death Dealers going in, and when they are trying to get out, they are at 1 HP for more than like 5 to 10 seconds, which once again costs the Oni team to either run them down and try their best to just hit anything on one of the 2 people, which also still costs them to die in return. which really, really sucks.
Yeah, Papoose is that person who we go in, we tell 30 minutes ahead of schedule when scrims are. 7 o'clock
Yeah,
scrim?
and
No, it's
then
at 6:30, Papoose. Make sure you're there.
yeah, yeah, no. You say 5, so he shows
You
up
say
at
5.
6:30.
These ingredients make.
Yeah, I love the man to death.
Raijin, Thor going up in the air.
Unfortunate.
Whiff it, and the Raijin
Even
gets
better.
away. Very nice, Jukes.
I'm telling you, some people still got boots equipped. I don't think they removed boots from the game. That's all.
Not those Juke shoes.
Yeah, it's the new item. It's the upgraded
yeah.
clip of boots.
Huge. Still on assault. It's not enough against the CFG. Shredding a tight end.
Nice.
The Attendant comes down and takes out Filthy Scylla. And the Phoenix stays standing.
Yeah, but the
Who's
minion waves
looking
coming in left and right. Build and Titan being under attack.
Get out of there.
Titan saying, guys, help, please. I cannot take all this.
I may be unleashed, but these things still hurt. Oh, never mind.
EFG still on 3 members of the Death Stealers. They want to push up with this wave and get this weakened Phoenix down and out of the way to make Titan sieges a lot easier. But they're fighting 5 members of the Odin's Headhunters.
Now looks like we just go back, reset. No real objective up. Still fire giant on 3. I think they could just group up. Just keep doing what they're doing, actually. It's so unfortunate, and it's literally insane how many times 2 to 3 people go in, take 90% damage, and barely walk out with 1 HP.
Dual lane Phoenix is going to be respawning. They got to shove down these fire minion waves so as to be able to contest the next fire giant. Still another minute and a half left on the fire, though.
Yeah,
Could
if
see a
they
final
still
push.
defend for like a minute, if they still defend for like a minute, Oni's could still turn this one around for the next EFG.
Looks
they
like
still have
Death
a chance.
Dealers. Yeah, it looks like Death Dealers want to get one final push out of this fire giant. Grouping up over on the dual lane side. Last fire wave right now making its way towards the Phoenix.
Oh, he doesn't know. He knows now.
He knows now. He saw a lot of red health bars show up on his screen and he was like, oh no. Last fire wave goes down, but so does the Phoenix. Sylvanas ult ends up knocking up the Makasura. Makasura going on in after beats it. Gets his ult off, but gets traded down by King Valorous on the Hachi mod. A lot going on in the back lane. There's a wall. Diza ends up picking up Dashi Wave.
No, well. How is Poseidon alive?
You see he has HP left.
I've seen at least 10 gods on 1 HP scrambling for health. And then he literally just pressed 2 abilities and now he's at like 75%. Ridiculous. That's what I mean.
But we do get the Phoenix. Poseidon is returned with a vengeance. Healed up very easily with that lifesteal he has on his build. EFG falls off the members of the Death Dealers, but they still want this Phoenix opened up.
3 for 3. We could defend this.
They
Oh, never
just got
mind.
the minion
Defend
in, so backdoor props are down. And they...
That is on forward.
Baba Yaga going in with that ultimate Raijin dash. Raijin gets his ultimate off. That ends up getting traded to the Freya.
Yeah,
Unstoppable.
Freya, it's 35 minutes. Freya's just gonna run amok and could close the game here.
It's gonna Freya all over them.
Yeah.
Thanatos going up in the air. Thanatos going down on the minions. Executing full wave.
Yep, now we have mid, left, and right fire waves, and look at the time. Oni waves are coming up, fire giants coming up. They could already do the pyromancer, reset, get another item if they really wanted to.
Your team has destroyed the Pyromancer.
Oh, fire giants flashing right now. It's about to spawn. They're gonna have EFG fire waves pushing in all 3 lanes. Possibility of having Oni fire waves pushing in all 3 lanes. A lot of pressure going to be coming out right now in these next few minutes. Headhunters, they really need to focus on teaming up right here, picking off their targets before they even get into the Titan room. That Titan's already at half HP.
The fire giant.
Yeah, Death Dealers, very disciplined. Not necessarily, well, they are playing safe. They're making safe calls, but the way that they play is extremely aggressive. So once they get the thing that they need. They're just like, all right, look, we need to kill this person. We need to kill this person. All right, got what we needed. Now let's just back up and then let's actually do some PvE. They focus on PvP first, and then they get to the PvE side of things. And speaking of PvP,
It's force trading with Thanatos, Obaba, and Raijin. Ult's just going down. Death Dealer saying, we want the Titan. Headhunter saying, we want
No.
your Poseidon. Get just that. One for one
unfortunately,
trade here.
that does happen when you want something very badly. You try to do anything to get it. You might just hit a wall, maybe. But the dev dealers, they've been hitting so many walls. They just keep punching through them. It's like, well, we didn't get the Poseidon, but we did get a Phoenix.
Oh. Papoose ends up securing the solo lane Phoenix. Getting away. All three Phoenixes down yet again. Decided this time, okay, we'll go and get the Oni Fire Waves in all three lanes.
Maybe we just need to really get more for the
Has destroyed the Gold Fury.
actively
Yeah, a
in.
little bit
Maybe
more
maybe
pressure, a
they
little bit
can't
more
in without the consistent burst damage from Poseidon. So they're gonna make sure that not only that Poseidon is there doing consistent damage, but Freya also does not have to worry about being attacked by possibly Thanatos.
Take a little bit too long. That duo side Phoenix is getting ready to respawn again. As we're approaching the 38-minute mark here in game number 2.
You think we got 40 minutes?
Wait, we got to get to 60 kills somehow.
That's a fair point. I like your funny words, Magic Man. What are we at right now? Like 50 something?
56.
Did they have
Thank you,
60
math
kills
man.
or did they
We don't do
did,
math here.
Yeah, we play Smite. We don't do math. I don't remember if they have more than 60, but 60 is like the benchmark. Oh,
It's
nice
about.
double stun.
Here come the Oni Fire Waves. Mid is cleared out though. 2 Oni Fire Waves coming. Baba
Baba's
Yaga,
gone.
you're a little pushed up going for that wave, honey. Thor goes up in the air. Looks like we're looking for an end call over here from the Death Dealers as they are marching into the Titan room with the
Where did
final
he go?
Oni Fire Wave. He went over to the Thanatos, but was a little bit off the mark. Headhunters, Titan is going down 60% HP, 50% HP. Death Dealers, Poseidon ends up finishing off Poppy. Trucker finishes off a boost, and the Death Dealers finish off the Order side Titan. We do not hit
Oh,
60.
so close. Since we can't do math, our person on the
didn't hit
stick
40
did it
minutes,
for
that's
us.
why.
It was one less. I'm sad about that. But they did kill the Titan, so it is technically 60 kills.
That's not how that works. That's not.
Not with that attitude.
No, that's not how any of this works.
Not with that attitude.
Well, the Titan doesn't show up on their slash line.
It doesn't need to. The game ended.
Tell that to Papoose, okay?
You know what? That's a fair point as well, bro. Would have had 11 kills.
Explosive ending coming out. It looks like the Oni Fire Waves were that little extra push that the Death Dealers needed in order to end that game and put it away, and they did just that. Very good 2-game set here. Odin's Headhunters versus the Death Dealers. 2-0 for the Death Dealers. Very well done.
Very nice. I enjoyed myself, man. Having nice fun talking to you about games and stuff, and recipes, and math. What more could I want in a Smite game?
I suppose we did talk about recipes once.
Yeah, only one time. That's the
Yeah.
math.
Thank you everyone for coming on out and joining us for this game today. Here's season 2 to kick off the Canes division and Frank's retirement home. We'll be seeing you guys next time a little bit later today for a Walker's division set. Get ready for that. Have a good rest of your day.
See you later.